Alright, here we have an update to Prairieton Road number 1 in Terre Haute. First of all, here's an RXR sign on the ground. Probably somewhere right around here. Look how thin up that is. It could have been knocked over, to be honest, but probably just because of the construction happening here. But anyways, well, I thought this was completely abandoned and it looked like they were going to pave over the crossing, but as you can see, they put in a whole new grade. So that's interesting. Here's the signals. No changes to the signals. Relay case is still turned off. Yeah, a big hole right there. I'm not sure what's going to happen to these signals, but here's different information from INRD. This is on a former CP branch line. These signals were installed by the CP. Safe tran cantilever, safe tran till by 24-inch lights. On this signal, the overhead ones are gone. Safe tran base, safe tran gate mechanism, safe tran incandescent gate lights, safe tran mechanical bell. The overhead lights on this signal were knocked off by a overheight truck sometime around 2012, if I remember correctly. This line was abandoned sometime after 2007. I think it was around, or not abandoned, but it was put out of service sometime around 2011, 2007, 2008 at the earliest, or latest. But yeah. One thing I want to show you, the relay case is still turned off. I went over to it, there's no sound, but this appears to be the wires, because this uses underground wires, so this appears to be where it comes from, and this is still on. It just says it's off because their power is not flowing. Their power is flowing, it's not activated. So either way, if a train did come, they wouldn't activate, but it is still turned on with power. If that makes any sense. It's turned on, but it's turned off. It's hard to explain. Anyways, right here, the main part of this update, really the only change here, is that they put the new grade in. I don't know why they put a new grade in, but they did. I guess they still think there's some potential for some sort of industry to come out here, which there kind of is, since this is all vacant, but the reason why this is abandoned is because every industry left here. So also they dug up this rail here, which was not there last time. So that was dug up by whoever was working on this, and you can see the other rail right here. That would have went that way. That's what this gate is for. Got a stop dismount sign over there. All these tracks. They're building something over there. Sewage plant or something along those lines. And they've dug up some of the old tracks, but for the most part, they're still around. Here's this as well. Open this up. So what you'd turn the signals on with. Light switch. Now I'm gonna shut this before someone sees me and calls the police or something. But yeah, if you flick that switch, the signals probably wouldn't turn on. I don't see how they would, because once again the signals are technically turned off. They're just receiving power. But kind of interesting how that switch looks like. I've never seen a switch that looks like that before. It's usually just two buttons that says on or off. Got this gate here. Nothing changed down there. Still overgrown. I mean, the tracks aren't in that horrible of shape. Not that rusty. They're rusty, but not. I've seen worse. That tie back there is rotting. Starting to rot. Slowly but surely. But yeah, this install is entirely Safetran, including this and the relay case. This has a Safetran base, and then this is obviously made by Safetran. Yeah. But yeah, I'm intrigued by the fact that they put in a whole new grade here. You don't see them do that often on out-of-service crossings. Usually they just leave it. I'm gonna see if I can cross now. And also the gate arms here are even made by Safetran. They have Safetran tags, so literally everything here is Safetran. So the second signal, Safetran cantilever, emergency information from INRD. Safetran 10x24s. This signal still has its overhead lights, which the one is still twisted like before. That got twisted sometime in 2019. And I really don't know how. Maybe another overhyped truck or something. There's some wires just chilling. They're not connected to anything. They're just hung right there. Safetran base, Safetran gate mechanism, Safetran 12x24-inch lights, Safetran brackets, Safetran gate lights. Try to show you the tag. Yeah, here we go. Safetran gate arm. Got the relay case. This has both INRD and CP emergency information on it. And yet nothing's changed to this. It's still turned off, but it does get power. It's the INRD emergency information. Exhaust fan is not running. The bulbs just burn out. Like even when this did have power, that was not activated. It was working, but Safetran relay case. And then over here we have the CP emergency information. Consider this State Road 63. It used to be, but it's not now. I mean, it kind of is, but it isn't considered it by INDOT, I don't think. It's weird because technically it ends on the north side of town, but then it comes back south of town. Like this road does turn into 63. It just isn't here. It's weird. But here's also the remains of a spur here for this grain silo, grain elevator. This is owned by Graham Feed Company, which also owns the other bigger grain elevator. But yeah, here's these tracks. Switch stand. Nothing changed here. The one stop dismount sign that was here is gone, sadly. But oh, look at this. It's got a out of service maintenance away tag. That lock is brand new. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I kind of have a feeling maintenance of way was down here recently, but considering the fact that crossings are still turned off, crossing signals wouldn't have activated anyway, so it's not that not a horrible thing to miss, but it would have been cool to see anything happening on these tracks. I've never seen a train come down here before. Wasn't really a real fan at the time that this was still being used. But this is looking east. Well, that curve is east. This is part of the INRD Southeastern branch. There's a switch once you get past US 41, number 2, I think. Past that switch, it's active, and then the switch off is active because Graham Feed has another massive grain elevator. They have a bigger grain elevator down that track, and that's used by INRD. The Holman local is what I call it. Goes down there sometimes for Graham Feed, and then they go down there for the Garzo tire shop. And they also run CSX transfer trains when the CSX Grain Express goes down there. But the grain trains for the home and local are a lot shorter. They're only a few cars. It's just the shorter shipments that INRD does, and then the CSX transfers are the large shipments, and those are ran by INRD just with CSX power. Those are mainly in the winter when they're doing, or at least fall, when they're doing all the harvest. The grain express goes there. Around right now, it's mainly short, smaller shipments of grain, so the home and local is mainly doing that with a single GP38-2. Look at that, we got a washout right here. Dang. Never even seen this before. Wonder what this tarp's covering up. Kind of don't want to look. But yeah, this is like a short little siding here. It ends down there by 1st Street number 1, which is Crossbucks. That's looking east. And kind of barely see signals down there. That's US 41 number 2, which is also no longer activated. Whoa, there's a spur up here. I've never seen this before. Alright, we'll take a look at that. But past US 41 number 3, it's active again. Probably like a few times a week. It really depends on the season, and like I said, winter, fall, it's a lot busier. It's not like you can just go there, wait for a train, and something will come, but if you see one running, then it's worth it to wait and watch it. Let's take a look at this. I've never seen this before. Some spur right here. I don't even know where this goes. Wow. And this looks like it hasn't been used since around the same time this main part of the branch has been used. This doesn't look any worse than this. Wow, look at that. It's all messed up. If you look at the switch stand, I had no idea this track existed. Got a bunch of spikes right here. It's a shoe. Yeah, there's a lot of rotting ties right here. Hopefully no one in this neighborhood comes up and says anything. Oh, that's bad. Alright, this is a unique one. Never seen one like this before. How do you even... I'm very confused. What do you got here? RC G126B. I assume that's the serial number on it. Oh, I see. Like this. But it's locked, so it's not like you're gonna get it moving. Very cool. There's a glove. I've never seen anything like this before. See, I've never seen a switch like that before. I've never even knew this spur existed. We'll get another look down there in a sec. Sorry for the shakiness. Yeah, you can see the cars crossing down there. That's all US 41 number 2. You can see this track is more higher elevation than this is, because this is the main branch line, this is the siding, and then that's a spur. The siding was probably just used to store cars while they were working over that way. Some interesting finds today. Yeah, I don't know how I never knew this was here. Well, that's certainly impassable. But you can see the rails. Wonder if there was some factory here at one point in time and it's just completely gone. I can't see the rails anymore. Let me see in here. Okay, they're back there. They're kind of diverging further away. See it back there? Ain't that something? Alright, I want to follow this. I want to know where this goes. Dang. If only you could, like, get back there, but that looks like plants you don't want to touch. Yeah, it's getting harder to see. Way back there, you can barely see. That goes back. Maybe we can try and go back here. Hopefully I don't get poison ivy or whatever this looks like. Alright, well, I'm gonna walk down here. Hopefully this isn't anything I shouldn't touch. Wow. Would you look at that? Wow, there's a lot of freaking trees and crap in here. That's crazy. And there's a curve down there. Okay. Never seen anything like this before. This is super cool. So you can see it down that way. Alright, let's walk back out here. Hopefully no animals or wasps or hornets, whatever, back here. Oh, I need to go this way. Alright, forging through. Alright, well, that's something. Let's go ahead and keep walking. Maybe we can see. I had no idea that was there. Whoops, shoe fell off. Yeah, I have no idea what this went to. Crazy how overgrown that is. Let's see if we can see anything in there. Yeah, I don't see it. Might have to take a look at Street View, or we'll come over up here, take a look. This is an extremely long video. Good Lord. So yeah, started out with the crossing update. Now we're finding a new spur. I had no idea this was here. Might divide this into 2 videos, so I'll just put each part in the description so that you know what I'm talking about with the crossing update. Because down there, that crossing got a new grade. Alright, we can walk over here now, get a nice opening, and we'll see where this track went. I don't even know if we'll be able to see it, but it'll be hopefully we can, because I'm really interested in this. Alright, I found the other end. I don't know what company this is. It looks like they make lumber, so I'm gonna guess they had center beams in here. But there's where it comes out of the woods. And they would load it up in here. Wonder why they would stop service to this. This is still a active lumber yard. You can see the tracks are even still in there. Maybe one day they'll need rail service again. Wouldn't that be nice? Well, this is quite the find. Drove by this place all these years and never even noticed there was a track at all. Stop and get a look. There it is. Oh, a little blurry. Yeah. See if you can find the. See if we can find the end. Oh, look! This was a loading dock right here. That concrete pad. That would have been where they put some center beam, at least one, maybe even a box car. I mean, this is ready to go. They could just clear up the trees and bring rail service back up to this place. I don't get why they shut it down. I guess they don't have as much. They don't have enough stock or whatever to ship it by train, and they just rather do truck. Train's cheaper, but I don't know. There's definitely some reason around that reason, probably, for that. Line keeps going all the way back. Like, all they'd have to do would be clear out those trees, move the stuff out of the way, and then ready to go. That looks like that's the cut right there. That's where it ends. Kind of looks like it kept going. This is so interesting. How been by here. Here's a fire station. Been by here all these times and never ever did I see a track in here, even on Google Maps. Alright, come over this other side of this fence and have a look. Wonder if there was rails in this pavement here. Probably not actually, but get a look. Alright, here's where the tracks end, right down there. Ain't that really cool? Yeah, they did not come up here, ever. At least in recent times. Oops. Alright. Looks like that's about it for this tour. So isn't that really cool? We found a whole new rail spur. I had no idea that existed. And then we got the crossing update. Alright, well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Over and out.